大家好，欢迎收听唱歌学中文。Hi everyone, welcome to Sing and Learn Chinese. Today we're going over the song Away by GEM. That would be 来自天堂的魔鬼 by 邓紫棋. So 邓紫棋is her Chinese name, GEM is her stage name. She also goes by Gloria Tang. And the song title, literally translated, is 来自天堂的魔鬼. So the devil that comes from heaven. But because the chorus of the song uses the word away multiple times, I think the English name of the song is Away. It comes from her fourth studio album, I believe, which was called Heartbeat. Came out in 2015. Quick Google search to figure that out. And it's the lyrics are interesting, let's say. I'm here to translate the lyrics for you and hopefully help you learn a few new vocabulary words, but as to the deeper meanings of the text, I'll leave that to you to figure out. Okay, let's get started. First line, 我见过天使. So this is kind of before the music starts, there's like some instrumental and then there's this whispering voice where 邓紫棋 says 我见过天使, which means I have seen or I have met angels. 我 is me, 天使 is angels, 见 is to see, 过 is in the past. So in the past I have seen angels, 天使 literally it's like the sky and the messengers from the heavens. 天 can mean a lot of things. Okay, and then 遇过魔鬼, 遇过 means I have met. Well, we're taking the I from the first line. Met, 魔鬼 is demons or devils. And then 亲爱的你到底, and then 亲爱的 means my dear or darling. 亲爱 dear one, my dear one, something like that. 你到底 you in the end. 到底 literally means to the bottom. So all the way to the bottom, all the way to the end. And then we've got this line, 你到底是谁? Who are you? So 你是谁 is who are you? 你 is you. 是 is 谁 is who. And then 到底 again is that all the way to the bottom. So 你到底是谁 means who in the world are you? Who the heck are you? Who are you really in that sort of tone? Okay, next we have 夜里做了个美丽的噩梦. Okay, so 夜里 is in the night. 夜 is night. 里 is inside of the night. Yes. 做了 is to have or to make, but in this case, because it's a dream, then I had or she had, the narrator had. 个 is a counter word, a measure word, and then 美丽 is beautiful. 美丽的噩梦 is a nightmare. So 梦 is dream, but then when you put in front of it, is like evil. So bad, something bad. 噩梦 is a nightmare. So in the night, the narrator I had, whoever, no pronouns. So I had a beautiful nightmare. And then 想清醒我却抵不过心动. So 想 means want to in this case. 清醒 is to wake up. And 我 I 却 yet 抵不过 is couldn't resist, couldn't overcome. 心动 is my heart being moved. So I wanted to wake up, but I couldn't help feeling moved. Okay, then we have O, just O. And then 梦里你是无底的黑洞. So 梦里 in the dream. You can see a lot of repeated words here. Like 里 is inside, 梦里 in the dream. 你是 you are 无底 no bottom. Like 到底 the same 底 from 到底 is 无底 no bottom, bottomless 的黑洞. 黑 is black, 洞 is hole. So in the dream, you are or you were a bottomless black hole. 我无力抗拒失重. 我无力 I 无 is not have, so we saw 无 here 无底 no bottom, and now 无力 means no strength. I have no strength. 抗拒 is to defend against, to resist, and then 失重 is to lose, 重 is weight. So lose weight, not in the sense of dieting, but weightlessness, like in space, for example. Then we have 我的意识自控脉搏流动. So my consciousness, 自控 is like self-control, 脉搏 pulse, and flow 流动. I'm not really sure why that's there, but I believe this is a list of items. So my X, Y, and Z ... 全被你神秘引力操控. So all of it, 全 means all. So all of the stuff that was just listed in the last line, 被你 by you or your, because the next part is 神秘引力. 神秘 is mysterious. 引力 is like attraction, gravitational pull, attractive force. 操控 is to control. So all of these things, my pulse, my self-control, all the things that were listed in the previous line have been or are being controlled by you and your mysterious gravitational force. So there's some space imagery here. We've got like weightlessness, we've got gravitational pull. Anyways, all right, next. 亲爱的，你是个危险的迷宫. So 亲爱的 again is my dear, my darling, something along those lines, dear one. 你是 you are 个 is short for 一个 which is one. You are a 危险 dangerous. You are a dangerous 迷宫 maze. My dear, you are a dangerous maze. 我找不到出口. I 找不到 cannot find the exit. 找不到找 is to find 找到 is have found. 找不到 means have not found. I cannot find the exit 出口. Then we have some English lines. You can read that for yourself. Okay, then 你就是传说来自天堂的魔鬼. And here is where the name of the song comes from. 你就是 you are, you just are, you are. You must be, that kind of thing. 传说 is like words that have been passed along. So stories that have been oral traditioned. That's not a verb. 传说 is in the legends, in the fables. People have passed down for many generations these stories about so-and-so. 传说来自 coming from 天堂 heaven 的魔鬼 the devil. You are the legendary devil that came from heaven or that comes from heaven. So we've got some space references possibly, that we've got some maybe like biblical references perhaps, especially as we kind of, well, hold on. Let's just read the lyrics and see what goes on. All right. 拜托别对我细心问候. Okay, so 拜托 means I beg you, please. Like 拜托 is not just please, it's a little stronger. It's like I beg you. 别对我 don't towards me. 细心 is carefully or attentively. 问候 is to ask about. So basically it's like I beg you, don't ask me about how I'm doing. In other words, it's like don't pay me too much attention. My interpretation of this thing might be the person is maybe falling for somebody, but they don't want to. And when that person is nice to them, then they feel themselves even more drawn in. And they're like, please don't talk to me. Don't be nice to me because I can feel myself being drawn in and I don't like that. All right, next one. 这是你也不察觉的阴谋. So here, 这是 this is 你 you 也不察觉. 察觉 is to discover, to be aware of, to know about. 也不察觉 is even you are not aware the 阴谋 of this plot. So I think this is the reason why I was interpreting the lines that way, because the narrator is basically saying this person that they're attracted to is not even aware of the influence or the impact that they're having on the narrator of the song. So there you go. Then we have O again. 我讨厌你无心的微笑. 我 is me, 讨厌 is to hate, 你 your, 无心 heartless. So 无 means not and heart is heart. 心 is heart, so 无心 heartless. 微笑 is smile. I hate your heartless smile. I dislike your heartless smile. 讨厌 has kind of a range of intensities depending on the context in which you use the word. All right, 我快无可救药. So we have that 无 again. 无可救药 is there. I'm almost beyond saving. 救药 is 救 is to save. 药 is medicine. So it's like if somebody's dying of something, you give them the medicine, you bring them back from the brink of death. That would be saving their life. So saying 无可救药 means that there's no medicine that can save me at this point. I am dead. So, but 我快 means I almost. 快 is, in this case, in this context, 快 means almost. I almost am beyond saving. Then we have 你像一个漩涡，慢慢让我 ... 你像 you are like 一个 a 漩涡 is an eddy or a swirl. Just think of water going down a drain, the way it swirls around. 慢慢 means slowly, 让我 making me. Letting me, in this case it would be more of making me. You're like a swirl. What are those called? Like when water is going down a drain. Not a tornado. Those are the things in the sky. Anyways, you know what I mean, a swirl. Okay. You're like a swirl that is slowly causing me to 无法抽离，一直坠落。So 无法 again is no method, unable to. There's no way that I can. 抽离 is to detach, remove, get away, get out of the situation. 一直 means continually, always. 坠落 falling. So you are like an eddy that is slowly making me unable to extract myself, and I'm falling in, basically. Okay, 亲爱的，你是优雅的恶魔。So 亲爱的 again is my dear, my darling. 你是 you are 优雅 is a graceful 优雅的恶魔 is a devil, demon. So 魔鬼恶魔 those are both ways to say devil, demon, that sort of thing. Evil spirit, basically. And then we have 一点一点把我吞没。一点一点 means a little at a time. 一点 literal means a little bit. So 一点一点 is like a little bit and a little bit more and a little bit more. So little by little. That's a better translation. Little by little. 把我 taking me, making me 吞没 swallow. So in other words, swallowing me up little by little. Okay. 如果你是蛇的诱惑 so 如果 if 你是 you are 蛇 the snake. So here's where we get the biblical imagery. 诱惑 is temptation. So if you were the snake's temptation, 你存心迷惑我才能软弱. And this is where the interpretation gets a little murky. You can decide what you think this means. So 你存心 you deliberately 迷惑我 迷惑 is like confused me. You deliberately confuse me 才能 and then are able to 软弱 be weak. So I'm not really sure if that means you're weak or I'm weak or what, but your guess is as good as mine. Next, 但你是牛顿头上那颗 ... 但 is but 你是 you are 牛顿 means Newton. You can hear the sound similarity. Newton. 牛顿. Okay, so 牛顿头上 on the head, above the head. So 头 is head and then 上 is up above. So like over, either on the head or over the head. 那颗 that 颗 is a counter word that refers to things like, in this case, apple. Because this line says 若无其事的苹果. So 若无其事 is a 4-character set phrase. So it's as if nothing has happened. Nonchalant, basically. 苹果 is apple. So you are like the nonchalant apple over Newton's head, which is interesting because we know the legend of the apple is that it fell on Newton and then he discovered gravity or came up with the idea, something like that. So what is going on here exactly? Not sure. Like I said, your guess is as good as mine. I think the interpretation has something to do with this narrator of the song talking to somebody and saying that she or he senses themselves being drawn towards this person and they don't like it. They feel like this person's dangerous and the person probably doesn't even know it. But they feel helpless in the pool of their gravitational force, which kind of makes sense if you think about it. We've got space. We've got some biblical references. We've got references to gravity. There's a lot of interesting imagery here. Deng Ziqi is a fascinating lyricist, songwriter in multiple ways. Anyways, hopefully that was interesting. Hopefully you learned some helpful vocabulary or reinforced some vocabulary. And until we see you again, 再见.